Hello, my name is Simonize, and today I've got a Scholomance gold farming rogue guide video for you. In Scholomance, the main item we're trying to farm are dark runes. These drop from Scholomance Dark Summoner and Scholomance Necromancer. In addition to the dark runes, you'll be killing humanoids in a dungeon, so you'll get a fair number of vendor grays, rune cloth, and bind on equip green items. I always send the green items to another character to be disenchanted and sell the enchanting materials. You'll also collect bone fragments and crypt fiend parts, which still have some value on most servers. For this gold farm, you do want to be fairly well equipped. The better your gear, the better this farm is. You'll be able to kill faster and you'll be less likely to die. If your gear is fairly weak, you'll still be able to clear, but your kill time will be greater and there will be more downtime between packs, so it'll take longer and thus be a less efficient farm. Once you get the hang of the route and you know how to make all the pulls and kill the mobs, you can try to snag a Dragon Slayer or Spirit of Zandalar buff to increase your kill speed and make the farm much more efficient. This is a difficult farm to execute, and if you make mistakes doing this, you can die, and you can lose time and efficiency. For me, I like that. I like a farm that requires me to pay attention and play good. That's interesting to me. It's not for everyone, though. We can get into a video and show exactly what is going to be happening. So we start out outside the instance. This run is going to take about 14 minutes, 45 seconds. I kill optional packs, as well as I make one little mistake that cost me some time. When you zone in, you want to get moving quickly because the position of particular patrols are in favorable spots. You jump down the bridge and you distract that Nerubian patrol. Then you come up this staircase and you immediately unstealth. As long as the gate is closed, the skeleton on the other side will not attack you. And you unstealth so that your stealth cooldown resets. You want to open that gate and re-stealth before the Nerubian gets to you. This is the first pack that you can kill. It sometimes spawns as 2 Necromancer, 1 Adept. And when it has 2 Necromancers, I kill it. If it has 2 Adepts, I skip it. So I activate some trinkets, a Blade Flurry, Adrenaline Rush, and take out these mobs. These Adepts and Necromancers, they will run away in fear when you get low on health. So you want to watch for that, pool up some energy, possibly stun them, so you can burst them down and they don't run and aggro other mobs. That can cause a problem for you, obviously. Quick loot these up. One of the Necromancers put this curse on me. The curse deals a bunch of damage when it expires, so I have to move quickly through this next part to be sure I don't get unstealthed at a time that's not favorable. When you open that gate, it will unstealth you, but you can just hang out right here if you're careful, and then re-stealth and keep moving. In this room, the Chamber of Summoning is the main room that we're going to be clearing out. We're going to kill every mob in this room. There are 4 patrols, 3 skeletons, 1 Nerubian, and then there are 4 stationary packs of 2 mobs and 2 stationary packs of 3 mobs each. Each of those packs is going to have 1 Dark Summoner and then some Scholomance Necrolytes. These Summoners and Necrolytes will not run away in fear like the Adepts and Necromancers will. But first, I like to take out the patrols. Take out the Risen Guard. There's 3 of those and there's 1 Nerubian. So I just hang out here and wait. And pull them. This is kind of a safe spot to fight from. I decided I was a little bit too late shooting the bow towards that Nerubian, so I backed off and shoot this guy instead. Pulling back a little bit. These Risen Guards, they kind of hurt a bit. They're, they're fighter mobs. They have high armor, high physical damage. They can do Sunder Armor, which really increases your damage taken. Lowers your armor quite a bit. And they can do a knockdown, a short duration stun. Here, I actually get kind of greedy. When this Nerubian aggroed, I think I should have vanished but I really wanted to kill this Risen Guard, so I pushed it, and I got a little bit lucky. I killed it, lived, and vanished after the Risen Guard died. And then I just go straight into a bandage. You'll burn through a lot of bandages in this run, because you take a lot of damage, but you get more than enough rune cloth to cover the number of bandages that you lose. So next up, I'm just going for another kill on one of the patrols. I switch into Heroism card because I don't have that much health. Well, I have about 3,000. And I'd like to keep some of that. These guys, not overly complicated. I'm getting lucky with a lot of dodges here, so I don't lose very much life. I do like using the 3-piece Death Dealer set. I'm unequipping some of my Bone Scythe in order to use Death Dealer. It has more agility on it than some of the Bone Scythe pieces, so it gives you more dodge, and it also gives you that nice 3-piece bonus that reduces your evasion cooldown, which is useful when you're actually taking hits nonstop. Having a shorter evasion cooldown is pretty important. The Nerubian, or Necrofiend, they're called, they do a web spray, but they also do a poison debuff on you. The poison debuff, I didn't get it this time, but it's a 2-minute debuff, and it'll deal poison damage every 10 seconds. So it's annoying, but it doesn't stop you in your tracks, because that's enough time to bandage in between ticks. It's enough time to stealth up and sap like this. If I had the poison debuff, it would have been fine. So here's the first of the 2 packs. They come in Necrolite and Dark Summoner. It doesn't really matter which one you sap and which one you kill, but I do strongly recommend sapping one, killing the other. Here, the Dark Summoner broke out a sap a little bit early, so he started summoning lackeys. And for both of these mob types, you really just want to interrupt their spells as much as you can. Just don't let them cast anything. The Necrolites basically just cast Shadow Bolt. The Dark Summoners cast 3 different spells. They cast Summon Risen Lackey, they cast Life Drain, and they cast Curse of Blood. The summon is not that dangerous. As you saw there, I used Blade Flurry, and my Blade Flurry cleaves just immediately killed all the summons. They only have about 300 health each, so they just get killed really easily. But if you don't have Blade Flurry, they can pile up and deal a considerable amount of damage to you. The the ability that the Dark Summoners cast that you really want to worry about is Curse of Blood. They'll put a curse on you that lasts 10 minutes, and it increases your physical damage taken by quite a bit. Since it causes you to take more damage, it slows down your run because you have a lot more downtime. You have to spend a lot more time healing. So that's the spell in particular that you really don't want to let the Dark Summoners cast on you. So you want to be sure that you always have one of your interrupts available. You can rotate between Kick, Gouge, and Kidney Shot are all excellent ways to interrupt. Kick, obviously the best, and then you use the others if you don't have Kick available. So here I equip Jomgbar and Badge, and I'm just moving over to this next pack. I don't need those trinkets to kill this pack, but I'm prepping them to be able to use them on a 3-pack after this, and I can just kill this 2-pack while I wait for the trinket cooldown on Jomgbar and Badge. The Necrolites cast Shadow Bolt, and they also cast Shadow Shock. Shadow Shock is a instant cast that just does shadow damage, so you can sometimes get spiked a little bit by the Necrolites. And there, the Dark Summoner cast a Curse of Blood when it came out of the sap, but I interrupted it. And here's a Drain Life as well. That's all 3 of the spells that Dark Summoner casts. Now here I've got a Kidney Shot ready to go since my Kick was on cooldown. So perfect. Loot that, get a Mana Potion, and Bandage. And next up, I'm going for that 3-pack back there. The 3-pack is 2 Necrolites and 1 Dark Summoner, and both the 3-packs will be the same. And you can see in the middle, there's a patrol coming through. It's another Necrolite, but if you position carefully and attack from this side, the patrol Necrolites won't aggro you. So here I get everything up. Badge, Jomgbar, Adrenaline Rush, Blade Flurry, Evasion. And I position carefully. You can see that guy in the middle just walks right past me. and take out the Summoner and the Necrolyte all together. I still have buffs up, so I immediately engage the sapped Necrolyte. If my health was lower or I didn't have buffs up, I might bandage before breaking that sap, or try to heal in another way. Now, here comes one of the guys in the middle. I'm switching up my trinkets. There should be 2 Necrolyte patrols that come through the middle like this. So there, he got a little bit too close to the other 3-pack, so I decided to just let him go and I'll deal with him later. So I approach another 2-pack, sap the Summoner, interrupt the Shadow Bolt, and then pull him back to somewhere where I feel a little more comfortable. There's another Shadow Bolt going out, and I didn't have kick, so I used a Gouge to interrupt it. And we just take it down. This farm, the main item you're getting out of it is Dark Rune, which drops off the Dark Summoners and the Necromancers, and it can be fairly RNG, like vary run to run, how much you get out of it. And how good it is also depends on how much Dark Runes are selling for on your server. On my server, they range between 15 gold a piece and 20 gold a piece, depending on the day. You know, during Dark Moon Fair week, a lot of consumables go up in price because the demand is much higher. So if you're able to, it's much better to hold on to your Dark Runes until the price goes up and then sell them when the price goes up, instead of selling them when the price is low. And you make better use out of your farm that way. So here I do a quick trinket swap, let the trinket cooldown tick while I handle this single Necrolyte. This is one of the 2 patrols, and you can see the other patrol coming into the room right now, which I'll probably take care of next, or maybe I go for the 3-pack. This is a recording, of course. Yeah, he's turning around. I think I just go for the 3-pack then. So it's another Necrolyte, Dark Summoner. And I kind of stumble on getting the saps properly. But then I can set up the Blade Flurry. The Blade Flurry just gets rid of the summon immediately. Hit the Slice and Dice. Then I'm able to interrupt that summon, so it doesn't get another one out. He does a Curse of Blood, but he dies before he finishes casting. Then I can clean up the last Necrolyte. This farm would be a lot harder if your weapons were daggers. Obviously, you're not able to attack these guys from behind very much. You wouldn't be able to backstab. So harder, probably not impossible, but maybe not a thing you'd be interested in doing if your only weapon options were daggers. So there's a couple more mobs that I'm going to be killing. If you look in here, over there, there's a 3-pack that sometimes spawns as Necromancer, Necromancer, Adept, sometimes spawns as Adept, Adept, Necromancer. And because it spawned as 2 Necromancers, I'm going to kill it. But there are other patrols in this room that I have to wait for. Either kill them to clear them out and make way, or just wait for them to get out of my way. This one that's marked as square is coming into the room, and I'm just going to get rid of it, take them out. The Moon one patrols back and forth. Moon can spawn as either an Adept or a Necromancer as well. This time it spawned as an Adept, so I'm just going to skip it. The Adepts do not drop Dark Runes, so they're not really what we're after. They're just kind of in the way. I'm going to take this Risen Protector to clear up some space. Although I'm not certain I actually have to do this to kill the 3-pack. The Risen Protector can cast Shadow Word Pain on you, which can be pretty annoying. It deals a substantial amount of damage, but it's, over time. So sometimes it can prevent you from bandaging. So you want to make sure you have food to eat as well as bandages available for self-healing. Because you can't always use the bandages. Between the Poison Dot from the Necrofiend, it can be a little difficult, and the Shadow Word Pain is a much smaller interval, 3 seconds. so you can't effectively bandage with Shadow Word Pain active. Now I'm just giving my trinket cooldowns just a couple more seconds, and then, oh, I go in to pull, but I see there's another Risen Protector patrolling. He goes to there, and then he turns around, so just give it a couple more seconds, let him get out of the way. Now Moon is coming back. Also, don't care to fight Moon, but Moon will just walk out of the way, and I don't have to kill it. So now I can make the pull on Skull, shoot the bow, and then I run all the way back this way. These Necromancers and Adepts, they run away when they get low health, which the Necrolytes and Dark Summoners, they don't do. So that's a difference. These ones, I pull them all the way back here to be safe, and I'm going to exit out the front of the instance anyways, so I want to run this way anyways, so it's just a safety step that doesn't really cost me any extra to make this pull really long like that. And again, for the 3 packs, I just hit all the cooldowns: Evasion, Adrenaline, Blade Flurry, Trinket cooldowns, and you take them out. They're dead. Perfect. So that's everything I'm going to kill for this run. So now I'm going to exit. I'm going to approach this gate, click it from as the maximum range that I can, but I got detected by that Scholomance Acolyte, so I'm just sprinting the rest of the way out. Ideally, you want to save Vanish if you can. If you can make it to the instance portal without vanishing, just like that, you want to do that, because Vanish is a nice safety tool. It lets you get out of trouble if you make a bad pull or something. And that's the run. We're outside of Scholomance, so the next step is to reset and go back in. And that's actually the end of this video. So the Scholomance Gold Farm is really nice. I think it's fun. I like the farms where I have to pay attention to and play good, or else I get punished. You know, it's interesting gameplay for me. May not be for everyone, and how much gold it gets you depends on the going rate of Dark Runes and, frankly, how lucky you are. So be sure to catch me on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday. That's when I do my main raids. Tuesdays are Naxxramas. Thursday is Encourage and Blackwing Lair. Also on this YouTube channel that you're watching right now, I have a couple other videos. And I have other content that I make related to World of Warcraft. I have a complete Naxxramas strategy guide that's in Google Slides, so you can view it in your browser. This is a guide that I wrote to help my guild prepare for Naxxramas, and has been very helpful to a lot of other people I've shared it with. So if you're struggling in Naxxramas, or you're just looking for some tips and tricks to help improve your clear and maybe better strategies, check that out. It's going to be linked down in the description below. I also have a DPS spreadsheet where you input your gear and your enchants and your talents and your buffs, and it gives you an estimated damage output, which is a useful tool to compare different gear and different talent specializations and see what's better. And that's for Classic World of Warcraft right now. That is accessible in Google Sheets, so you can use it entirely in your browser. And finally, I have in the works a Burning Crusade Rogue DPS spreadsheet. However, this one is a Microsoft Excel document. You have to download it and open it in Excel. And it's the same idea as the classic one, just with Burning Crusade gear and Burning Crusade talents. So maybe you can plan ahead a little bit on that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this an interesting video, and hope that you try the Scholomance Gold Farm to try to pull some Dark Runes out of there and get paid, you know. Raiding's expensive. Hope you all have a good night. Thank you for watching.